let's talk about reliability in translation. Reliability in translation refers to the consistency and the dependability of a translation. A reliable translation accurately conveys the meanings of an intent of the original text while maintaining its style, tone, and cultural context. We have some type of text reliability: the semantic reliability that ensures that the translated text accurately conveys the meaning of the original text. It involves understanding the nuances of the source language and translating them into equivalent expressions in the target language. Stylistic reliability. This refers to the preservation of the original text style, tone, and register. It requires the translator to understand the author's intended style and replicate it in the target language. Cultural reliability. This involves understanding and appropriately conveying the cultural context of the original text. It ensures that the translation is culturally appropriate to and understandable to the target audience. We have also functional reliability. This considers the purpose of the translation. A functional translation meets the specific needs of the intended audience and is suitable for its intended use. We also have some aspects of translation reliability that we can mention: competence. A reliable translation possesses a high level of proficiency in both the source and target languages. They have a deep understanding of the grammar, syntax, and vocabulary of both languages. Subject matter. Expertise. For specialized texts are translated with subject matter expertise can ensure that the translation is accurate and meaningful. This is particularly important for technical, legal, or medical translation. Cultural understanding. A reliable translator has a good understanding of the cultures associated with both source and target language. This knowledge helps them to avoid cultural misunderstandings and produce translations that are culturally appropriate. And attention to detail. A reliable translator pays close attention to details and is meticulous in their work. They proofread their translations carefully to ensure accuracy and consistency. And ethical standards. A reliable translator adheres to ethical standards and maintains confidentially. They respect the intellectual property rights of the original author and avoid plagiarism. By considering these aspects of reliability, translators can produce high-quality translations that accurately convey the meaning and intent of the original text while meeting the specific needs of the target audience.
Traduction. When we talk about the traduction, we have many things, and one of them would be the timelessness. Now, when we talk about timelessness, we must realize that they are not timeless, but simply exist in a greatly extended span of time, used over many centuries, but even is not timeless because they have been replaced over many chances with newer translations. When we talk about timelessness, there are some keys, like the particularly expectation of the clients regarding the efficiency and speed on the translator of the translators, and those are quite high. One of the most common problems that we have in timelessness is that sometimes the clients are unaware of how much time it takes to do a translation, how much time and work it takes. And this can bring the frustration and slowness when they do translations. Thank you.
This is the third and last aspect of translation, which is cost. There is a motto between the translator about the perfect translation for a client, and this will be that the translation needs to be done in a short period of time or rapidly, needs to be reliable, and also needs to be cheap above everything. But there is a problem with this. A word can't, a work or a project can't be the three of them at the same time. Why? Because cost controls translation. So a work that is done in a short period of time will be very pricey, but is not reliable at all. But a work that is very reliable will take a lot of time, but also will be too pricey. And then a work that is not pricey at all won't be reliable at all too. So basically, to conclude, we can say that the the image of the translation that the external people of translation has is impossible, because there's nothing 100% reliable. There's nothing that can be done in a few days, and there's ain't such a thing as a free lunch. So a way to confront this problem will be to have a good communication between the translator and the client, because they can show and specify their needs, and at the end they could make a deal that works for the two of them. Thanks.